Good day, good people, and welcome to What is Real. This is a video log from St. Anthony on the Desert Episcopal Church in Northeast Scottsdale and Fountain Hills, Arizona. And today we continue to be, ankle deep. We're no longer knee deep in the renovations that were necessary after we had a failed equipment crisis here in our campus buildings. We are ankle deep in renovations and really getting things ready for the new year. For many faith communities, this is a time of year that we're working on budgets for the coming calendar year, and we are also working on what some call the program year. It's getting ready to begin. Even though school has started, we try to still live into a seasonal calendar where we wait until after Labor Day and give parents a break to get some time with their kids before we move into church activities. We restart classes. We have formation opportunities starting again, fellowship events that don't necessarily take place during the summer, especially in our climate. Not to worry, though, and make no mistake, even as we don't do some activities, we are still being diligent in planting seeds and watering in order to prepare the ground for God to give the growth. I find in many of my conversations in my own head and with colleagues that they lead to the question, what is business and what is just busyness? Recreating things, events, opportunities that other organizations do better than us, have more resources for than us, and are not Christ-centered, which for any Christian faith community is our mission. It's tempting. It's tempting to say, to provide things that we're able to go, look at us, look at how much we're offering, look at how busy we are, look at what we're doing. That doesn't lead to more informed followers of Jesus. It doesn't lead to more engaged disciples. In fact, often I think it makes for tired, disenfranchised people in a culture, in a society where many of us were already tired. We already feel disenfranchised. Our holy text, our scripture, the Bible, it has a lot to say about keeping busy for the sake of keeping busy. Not just about how that fills our ego, but also what it does to our relationship with God. In Psalm 46, verse 10, we see that being still is directly connected to knowing who God is. Be still and know that I am God. I find great comfort in that, because when life gets too busy, I find, and I think it is universal, that we humans, we start forgetting things. And the more tasks that are on our to-do list, the more likely we are to forget at least one of them. And I think the same is true for our relationship with God. When busyness takes a front seat and sets in, and the troubles of the world begin to weigh on the human mind and the human body and spirit, the things that we forget first in our memory are things of heaven, things of God, and we instead focus on the things of the earth, those things that worry us in a way that try to crowd out God, try to crowd out what God cares about, that God cares about us, and what God asks us to care about. The busier we are, the faster we tend to forget about God and our need for God in our lives. I speak often about the practice of intentionality. Jesus was intentional. And I pray that what we offer here in community at St. Anthony is intentional practices that bring us closer to God, closer to each other, and closer to the world. Practices that are refreshing, that renew us, that inform us about God, inform us about the needs of our siblings all throughout our societies, things that please God, things that are good in God's eyes. Life will always be busy, especially if we're people who connect to other people who care about us, people for whom we care, people for whom we are accountable to. It will always be the case. We will have those responsibilities. Within each of us, though, I believe God has created a place that's set aside specifically for us to be still, to offer ourselves to God, the God in whom we truly can find our rest. These are the conversations we're having in our faith community. And we invite you to join us at St. Anthony on the Desert as we explore what it means to belong and believe and become in our oasis on the way.